Now let's come to the second question. Suppose you are given the following information about a particular industry. Quantity demanded is 6,500 minus 100p and quantity supplied is given as 1,200p. And the cost function for a typical firm, total cost function we can say, is given as 722 plus q square over 200. Assume that all firms are identical, which means that all firms have the same total cost function. That is just the assumption for this question. We are assuming all firms have an identical the same cost function, and the market is characterized by pure competition. Question A asks, find the equilibrium price, equilibrium quantity, the output supplied by the firm, and the profit of each firm. Equilibrium price, very easy. We will equalize the supply and demand to each other. So 6,500 minus 100p equal to 1,200p, and we will get the equilibrium price from here as 5. And when you insert that 5 into the supply or demand, equilibrium quantity in the market can be found as 6,000. And it is also asked the output supplied by the firm, that is the general output within the market, which means that, let's draw it here. Here it's our market supply and market demand. So supply and demand equalized at 5 units price, and the quantity is 6,000. So all the firms are producing together 6,000 units of that output. Here we will see a typical firm, that is market or industry. And here let's say we have a firm A which has to accept that 5 units price as marginal revenue, average revenue, and demand faced by the firm. Here we are using small q because that belongs to firm A. Here we are using capital Q because it belongs to market. So after that we have the cost function which is given in the question. So we need to find the marginal cost by deriving the cost function. It's very easy. 2q over 200 or q over 100 is the marginal cost function. Again, we have positively sloped linear marginal cost function, starts from the origin just like that, marginal cost. So it's easy we will equalize marginal cost to the price to get the profit maximizing or loss minimizing level of output. So we will equalize price to marginal cost, which is 5 equal to q over 100. So it is the profit maximizing level of output for each firm, each identical firm, is 500. So firm A and the other identical firms will produce 500 units of output when in this market. It is also asked the profit of each firm. For profit, you know that we will just find the difference between total revenue and total cost. So the total revenue, again, P equal to total revenue, P times Q, that is P times Q. Price is 5, we have already found that. And the quantity is 500 minus total cost, which is 722 plus Q square 500 square over 200. So we can find that the profit of the firm as, what is it, 520 28. Evet, burada biraz kopya çektik tabii ki. So we can find there's a positive profit in the market. For each firm will have that profit because they have all identical costs. By the way, we can find the number of firms in the market. Number of firms, because we know that in the market all firms are producing together 6,000 of that good. We found it at the beginning, and each firm are producing 500. So how many firms are there in the market? The number of firms, let's say the number of firms is capital Q over small q. We are just calculating that number by assuming, please remember, all firms have the identical cost function. So it will be 6,000 over 500. So 12. There are only 12 firms in the market, but they are all price takers, so that is competitive conditions. And what is question B? Would you expect to see entry into or exit from the industry in the long run? Explain. What effect will entry or exit have on market equilibrium? That is an easy question because we have found the profit of an identical firm is 528, which is positive number. Please remember the long run equilibrium of the pure competition. If there's a positive profit, then the other firms see that is that positive profit, positive economic profit. So they want to enter to the market. So in that case, we will expect there will be new firms to enter to the market to get this excess profit. So that is, there is an excess profit in the market, positive economic profit in the market. So new firms want to enter to the market to get their shares. And so entrances to the market, we can say, yazamadım, whatever. Question C. What is the lowest price at which each firm would sell its output in the long run? Is profit positive, negative, or zero at this price? Explain. What is the lowest price at which each firm would sell its output in the long run? The long run output is determined, please remember, let's see again here. No, not here because we don't have average cost here. The long run output will be determined at the minimum of the average cost function. So we need to find all firms in the long run is worked with the normal profit, and the normal profit is just determined at the minimum point of the long run average cost function. So we need to find the minimum point of the long run average cost. We can find it with two ways. You can find that we need to find the minimum point of the long run average cost. You can find it in two ways. The first one, you can derive it for Q and equalize it to 0, or you can equalize it to the marginal cost. You will get the same solution. So let's equalize the let's equalize the marginal cost to the average cost. The marginal cost function we found, of course, we are just assuming the same cost function will stay in the long run. So the marginal cost function was Q over 100, And the average cost function is total cost over Q. So it is 722 over Q plus Q over 200. That is, so we are using the second one. Q over 100 is our marginal cost, and that is the average costs. So from here you can get Q equal to 380, and the average cost, we found that 1Q equal to 380, and average cost at that point is 3.8. That is 3.8. So the minimum price the firms accept to work with is 3.8 for this question. Okay, that's all for this question.